Welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. Today we're going to do a reading on the future of BigBang as a group and if they are still friends with SeungRi, if they are, what that friendship is like. So if that sounds like something you're into, stick around. This reading is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. We have a good time over there. You can get early access to videos. You can get Patreon exclusives. You can just hang and chat, whatever you want. If you have questions about how I read tarot, why I read tarot, just general stuff about me, feel free to join over there. And yeah, just trying to build a nice little community. So this was requested by a patron. If you haven't seen my previous video, I did about the comeback not that long ago. It was pretty good, pretty close. But I do have to tell you that tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know anyone. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies or these idols. It is purely based on my opinion and how I interpret the cards. Nothing, I'm not claiming any of it as fact, okay? It's all how the cards fall. I do ask for help from my spirit guides to align us with the highest good with these readings. How do you like my marble tarot cloth that I had my mother make? We're probably going to have some tarot cloths released on my Etsy shop soon. So if you like one of these and you think you'd be interested, if you're a fellow card reader, you play card games, you just want to protect your table, they look good. As you see in a camera setup, it is large enough for, what, 19 by 20? So yeah. Discs. All right. This is the career portion of the reading. Okay. Okay. If anyone's curious, this is my True Heart Intuitive Tarot. And so we have Temperance, the Hangman, the Nine of Cups. The Two of Discs and Temperance both. Well, it starts and ends here with balance. And the Hangman definitely means time to pause and think and fully understand. Nine of Cups is what you want. So I do think they're in a reevaluation period of the group. We do have this Ace of Discs, so we might see down the road at least one more thing that BigBang, I don't know if it's a release, it might be a performance. We might see one more thing that they come together to do. We have the satisfaction card, but we also have the defensive position card. It's like learning a lot of lessons the hard way. So I do think they're going to deal with a bunch of hate all the time now. It's just where they're at. They always kind of dealt with a bunch of haters, but this is like, it's incessant and it's very, very violent now. Maybe not physically violent, but definitely word-wise and threats-wise. So I do think we see this aspect of them like having to take a lot of time in between activities, because if they're too active, this just gets real bad. And also for their own mental health, they can only expose themselves to the public, I think, so much. You know, I think that's why we're going to see, especially like Top, it's like he goes away for long periods of time because he gets such a bad part of that. You know, so much of it is directed at him. Queen of Disc, though, I think we're going to see them writing for other people. I also think this means a lot of solo individual work for the members. So I think even if they're not doing Big Bang, you're going to see all the members doing stuff. They're not going anywhere. They might take a lot of long pauses in between, but you will see all of the members active. The high priestess just means they have to take their time and make sure it's what they really, really want to do. And, you know, just be extra careful and make sure it's in alignment with kind of the path they're choosing for themselves, because I think they know how delicate it is. You know, any one of them gets another scandal on their hands, and that could be the end. So they're going to have to be very, very careful, very selective on what they do. This Five of Cups means everything is still going to be bittersweet. Like, that's not going to change for them, because there's just going to be so much that every time they think they get something, the public kind of, they have to deal with this negative backlash. So they can only be like so famous now. They can't be, I think, even though like on paper, like the numbers look really, really good for them to be successful, I think like publicly they can't show that success. They can't be happy in what they've achieved anymore. Like, that's been stripped away from them. So it's always going to be like bittersweet. It's like, yeah, I have these things, but I had to give up so much, and still it's like they're always going to have to be like, paying for something. Just because the public's going to bleed it out of them, or especially the news sites that like to spread gossips, you know, spread gossip. We have the King of Swords, though, so it means like, so we have this Queen and this King. It's a lot of balance on the ends here. King of Swords means I think we're going to see them opening up and talking more and more and more about it. I think Top did an interview not that long ago where he was surprisingly candid about everything that's been going on. And I think that's what we're going to see from them. They want to be that group that like is high fashion, is high concept, but at the same time, like, keep it real. Like, they don't sugarcoat. When they do finally speak about something, they're just going to say it. And I think that's going to stay. Tell me this doesn't remind you of Fantastic Baby and G-Dragon on his throne in the beginning of that. But yeah. And it could be I feel like G-Dragon's a Leo, though, isn't he? He's not an air sign, but it could be that. This could be G-Dragon's solo, and specifically is also going to be the next thing that does really, really well. Again, I've talked about that. I have a previous reading where I feel like he's finished it. It's just like, I think he got this chance to do the Big Bang thing, and he was like, okay, wait, Big Bang has to take precedence. Maybe it was like, I feel like a lot of that rested on Top, personally, that it was like he was in and out. He was, no, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. So I think everyone was kind of playing the field. This one, too, I think may have had some reservations about doing it. But, that's just the overall feeling I get. I can't tell you I know anything of that for a fact. That's just the feeling I get. But yeah, I feel like we're going to see a lot of focus on solo work, but I do think we're going to see at least one more thing where Big Bang gets together as a group. Maybe they do a farewell concert, farewell tour even, maybe. Might be more like late this year, next year, kind of. It's not like right away. I think they're going to go back to being quiet because they're just going to see how this does. It's like they touch the water and now they want to see how the ripple effects go for a while. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's quite the end of Big Bang, but I just don't know if we're going to get another actual release. It feels like something that's more like a concert or a tour or even a movie. Like, I feel like Blackpink had their movie. Big Bang having a movie would make a lot of sense, especially like dealing with everything they went through. Like, I think everyone would go watch that movie, honestly. I think if they're not making a movie and putting their narrative on things, they're missing out, personally. So but I do think there's something, and something where they get to speak out too. So that will be interesting. But that's what I have for the career of Big Bang. I don't think any of the 4 members are going away. I think you're going to see them all. It's just maybe not always together. Maybe the together is going to be a very rare occurrence, but I think we're going to get at least one more for something. All right. So then the next part is SeungRi. SeungRi, if they're friends with SeungRi, if they're not friends with SeungRi, how that relationship is going. I could do a friendship past, present, future reading, but I just don't feel like that part of the reading is advantageous for us. So I'm just going to pull cards like I just did and see what comes up. SeungRi. So, we all saw the video. We saw it was 4 chairs. It was very specifically 4. So publicly, at least, it looks like they are not acknowledging him. Let's see if that's something that's just for public or not. Are BigBang in contact with SeungRi? Okay. Death in reverse. That tells me I don't think so. Not very much. For disc in reverse. For disc is about, yeah, not having star. 6 of Wands, travel. A lot of this is telling me no. These are coming back. That's in reverse now. This is in reverse now. Yeah, overall, very, very minimal contact. None at all. And I think they know they can't, because if they don't, they lose out on everything that they want. I think they know if they take a public stance with him or keep in a regular contact with him, they're gonna lose everything. It's this weird thing where they want to respect the work he's done with the group and the effort he put in as a member, because I think they all know he worked hard and he was dedicated to that group above everything. Above everything. I mean, the only thing he was probably dedicated more was probably the company. Like, I think he had this weird seeking of approval from YG going on. And everything he did was like prove himself to the company. But I do think they know he was dedicated to that group and that he loved being a member of BigBang. And I think they did respect that. So it's almost like they're trying to tread cautiously and not disrespect like the memory of him in the group. But yeah, not public. They're not like traveling low key to see him. They're not giving him any resources. Their relationship with him is in a total period of transition. It does make them sad. Like, I think they do, even though he's gone through what he's gone through, I think they feel like, okay, well, the legal system has punished him. He's doing, as far as they're concerned, that, regardless of how you feel, if his punishment was enough, I got my own opinions on that too, but I think it's saying they feel like, okay, well, he's paying his debts. We should be able to forgive him. But I think they're really sad that they can't publicly forgive him for themselves. And the Fool in reverse means, yeah, they have no intention of starting anything else new with him, working with him in the future. I don't think so. And they've disconnected him from any income that BigBang now makes. Like, he's not getting anything. They're not secretly funneling him anything. He might even be cut up from any of his old income stuff with BigBang, like their old album selling. He may have had to give up some of his rights there. I don't know how that works. I don't know how Korean law works. I know if he doesn't have any songwriting credits on the song, and he's no longer a member of BigBang, then that means all the BigBang income he's cut off. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'll make sure I put my regular warning in the beginning of this video, but yeah, I'm not affiliated. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards. So yeah, I don't think they're talking to him or that they're trying to pursue any kind of friendship or business with him anymore. But I do think they are sad about that. I do think they want to respect his memory as much as they can. I hate saying it like that because that makes it sound like he's dead or something, but you know what I mean? They have to pretend that they don't even know who he is at this point. But I wouldn't be surprised if in an interview they try to speak like in a way that doesn't diminish the work that he did. But yeah, no, I don't see anything. All this is negative about, I don't want to say negative, but it's not showing any interactions with him at all. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question about their friendship with SeungRi. Again, I think they do respect, they have respect for what he did, but what he did that wasn't connected to them, they're just choosing to put a blind eye to that. And again, you can take that how you will. Some people will also find that to be problematic, and you know, that's, to me, that's a valid argument, but I'm not here to talk trash about anybody right now. But so if you are going to argue about this in the comments, just try to be nice to each other. I don't mind people having differing opinions. In fact, I encourage it, but if I see anybody being a jerk in my comments, you will get deleted and blocked from the channel. So just know that. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Patron, for requesting this video. If you guys want to get some voting on the Patreon page, be sure to join that. And every month I will do whatever video gets the most votes, right? So also that's on top of the exclusive content you're going to get there every month. So there's a lot going on at Patreon. So thank you to the patrons. If you want to order a one-off reading from me, you can check out the Ko-fi page and put your donation in there. I always, you know, will take a request from a donator there as well. And if you want a reading for yourself, a private reading, check out my Etsy page. I have a couple different options for you there. And you can, if you want something that's not listed or doesn't look like it's going to be suited for what you see already, then just DM me and we'll work out a specific custom price for you. So that's what I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day, and I love you. Take care. Bye.